Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Mayappa, Hare Hare Mahadev. Welcome everybody. You are streaming live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Journey Show, the show about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host Kimera, Heeralal, and if you'd like to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. Or because we're live, you can use the bottom column where it says live chat. And as we're talking about that, we got Kim Padachi rolling in here this evening saying Vanakkam, as well as Ramashni Padachi coming in. Vanakkam to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us in the show today. For those of you who are watching for the very first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. And once you're done subscribing to this channel, there is a little bell there on top of the page. Please click on it and click on the word all, where you'll be informed of every show as we go live every single time. Now today's show, as you know, it's a beautiful Monday. I hope you guys are fasting. For those of you who are Hindu or do follow Hinduism, I hope you guys are fasting. Today we're talking about Lord Shiva, as we do every Monday. And well, we're going to have a jam-packed show full of everything that we talk about right here, as this is a show about educating about Hinduism as a whole. Now, just a quick recap of last week. Last week we started off the show with the meaning of the of Om Namah Shivaya. All right. Now, we also explained the Shiva Lingam and what it represents and symbolizes as per different Puranas. We also spoke about the different types of Shiva Lingams as well. And that was also discussed quite thoroughly. But today, we're going to do a little something different. And we're going to go ahead and explain why water drops were made to drip onto the Shiva Lingam, and why do we pour milk on the Lingam. But as we wait for that, we got Monak's beauty queen coming in. Good evening, dear. Welcome to the show. And for those of you who are new, don't forget to share this. Please share the link, like it, subscribe to it, click on the bell. But before we get to it, we'll come back straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, everybody. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Mayappa, Hare Hare Mahadev. Well, welcome to the show. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Journey Show, and this show is all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. Now, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. If you'd like to interact with me in studio today, please do so with the contact details at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, getting back to today's show, as I've explained to you, I've done a recap. If you missed the beginning of the show, please scroll back or click on this link a little bit later and watch the show over again, as this is an educational show about Hinduism. Okay, so today we're going to explain why water drops are made to drip onto the Shiva Lingam, and why do we pour milk on the Lingam. Okay, so there are many reasons behind why water drops are made to drip onto Shiva Lingam, and also why we pour the water or milk onto the Lingam. Many reasons. Now remember, if you are a devotee and if you are educated about everything that I'm speaking about this evening, interact with us. I'd like to engage with the public. I'd like to hear from you. Maybe you could teach me something new today. It's going to be fun. This is a platform where there's no fighting, no arguments. We share our different beliefs. Not everybody has the same belief. So this is a platform where we help each other, we educate each other, and whoever's just viewing and watching, they can learn something new. Today, you won't believe it, I taught my Christian father the significance of the word Om. Can you believe it? Yay for me! My dad actually said the word Om 3 times in his car before jumping out to a meeting, and he went out of his car with full positive energies, and he sealed that deal. Congratulations, Dad. All right. So now, one of the reasons now, we're talking about the many reasons behind why water drops are made to drop onto the Shiva Lingam, as well as why we pour water or milk onto it. Now, one of the reasons lies in the story of Samudra Mantana. Well, some people say Mantana. and the churning of the ocean milk. Okay, so the churning of the ocean milk is what they used to do that time. Now, when the gods and demons started churning the ocean, the ocean of milk to obtain the elixir of life, also known as the Amrita, the first thing that came out of it was the Halahara and the Kakatuka. Well, Kalakuta, rather. Right? This is a very lethal poison that is also dangerous, that it could annihilate all of creation. And the gods and demons had requested Lord Shiva to drink it, as Lord Shiva was the only one who could drink it. Now, Lord Shiva granted their request and drank the poison, but if the poison had to spread in his body, it would have been very painful. Right? So therefore, Goddess Parvati stopped the poison at his throat before it entered Lord Shiva's body by placing her hands over Lord Shiva's throat. Now, even though the Halahara was in the throat and it produced a lot of heat in Lord Shiva's body, as a result, Lord Vishnu ordered the gods to pour water on Lord Shiva to reduce the heat in his body. This is the reason a vessel of full water is always hung over a Shiva linga, and water drops like 24 times 7 like on the lingam. And for the same reason, devotees pour milk, honey, ghee or curd on the Shiva lingam. We've got Alan Murugan coming in on YouTube saying, Vanakam to you, sir. Welcome to the show. Today we are talking about the reasons of the Shiva lingam and why we do our certain things, our certain steps. We are speaking about why we drop water drops and made. Well, why are water drops made to drip over the Shiva lingam, and why do we pour milk on the lingam? Join us and interact with us in studio today if you'd like to. Mr. Murugan, you are all welcome. Everyone is welcome to share their thoughts and their beliefs in the studio today. Now, let's talk about the significance and the meaning behind the 3 white stripes and the red dot. You guys seen it, right? The 3 white stripes and the red dot in the middle. Now, the Trapundra is believed to be a spiritual symbol of Lord Shiva, which you know as the 3 stripes and the red dot. Now, the mark consists of 3 horizontal lines, and usually there's a red dot in the center line. Okay? Now, the lines are made with a sacred ash from the remains of the sacred fire, and the Trapundra is usually put on the forehead. All right? So this symbol is also on the Shiva lingam. You've seen this before. All right, so, excuse me, I beg your pardon. Okay, so the 3 lines are a representation of the 3 intentions of man. Okay, namely, power of work, okay, power of will, and power of knowledge. Okay, there are 3 forms of Lord Shiva as well. Maheshwara, Sarashiva, and Mahadeva. Now, hence the 3 names have, when you pronounce it in the language, it'll be Tri, T-R-I, meaning 3. All right, so as life is defined by 3 stages created by God, and it's, God creation, sustenance and destruction as well. Now, the tilak, the red mark, it's called a tilak, on the center represents the unity of energy and matter, and that mankind has to go through all 3 stages of life. Beautiful, hey? Now, as we're talking about this evening, please do interact with us in studio today as we are educating those about Lord Shiva today. Today is focusing on the Shiva lingam. We're sharing with everybody why are water drops made to drip onto the Shiva lingam, as well as milk, and there are other ingredients as well. We're also talking about the significance and the meaning behind the 3 stripes and red dot, which is called a Tripundra. And we also explain this right now, as you've learned already, the significance of the red dot, what is it called, what does it do, the 3 meanings to man. Now, before we go any further, we are going to talk about what is a Rudraksha. But before we do, stay where you are. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing, mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money, or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Hare Hare Mahadev. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Actonville TV. This is the Journey Show, the show about exploring Hinduism as a whole. And if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so, as I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, and the contact details can be found at the bottom right of your screen, or you can just use the bottom column where it says live chat and interact with us today. Now, before we get to it, what is a Rudraksha? Can anybody tell me out there? For those of you who are joining the show for the first time, like, share, and subscribe, and then tell me what is a Rudraksha. All right, so if you have a different belief or a different explanation or a different story to tell, don't forget, this is not a show, this is not a platform to fight on. It's for us to educate one another and share our different beliefs. All right, so getting to what is a Rudraksha, as we're talking about Lord Shiva today, we decided to talk about what is a Rudraksha. Now, the word Rudraksha comes from the words Rudra and Aksha. Rudraksha, right? Now, Rudra is another name for Lord Shiva, and Aksha means tears, okay? Or teardrops. Hence, Rudraksha can be translated to tears of Shiva, right? So, Rudraksha refers to a stone fruit, the dried stones which are used as prayer beads. Now, a lot of you who are English speaking just like I've got a Rudraksha bead, and it looks like, you guys eat boar, right, South Africans? You eat boar, it looks like a boar pit. It's brown, it's some are light brown in color, some are dark brown, depending. It looks like boar pits. Those are the beads we are talking about right now, okay? Now, you'll find them on your beads, and you'll notice that it looks like boar beads, right? And it's also connected to one another with string, right? Now, how was this Rudraksha actually formed? How was this formed? Now, it is said that Lord Shiva once went into a deep meditation for 1,000 years with an aim of bringing happiness to all living creatures. Now, as per the Shiv Purana, when Lord Shiva was finished with his meditation and woke up, his tears fell on earth, okay? And these tears became a seed and grew into a tree. Now, this tree now is known as Rudraksha trees, right? And hence Rudraksha means tears of Lord Shiva. Now, the seed capsule from the tree is used for prayers as well as for other benefits, as the seeds of the Rudraksha tree were bestowed with special powers by Lord Shiva, which can also assist us in our spiritual evolution. Now, what is the Rudraksha tree? Okay, we're going to show you a bit of visuals a little later now in the show, but let me first educate you, and then you can have a look at what I'm talking about. We've got Shivani Mystery coming in, and she says, Namaste. Namaste to you, Shivani. Thank you for joining the show. We are talking about Rudraksha, Rudraksha beads, and the tree itself, and where it came from. Okay, so Shivani, if you missed the beginning of the show, please don't forget later you can click on the link and watch it again, as it's quite interesting, I feel. All right. So, now what is the Rudraksha tree? So, the Rudraksha tree is known as a Leucopus ganitris tree, okay? So, it is a large evergreen tree that usually grows in the subtropical climate, right? And this tree is mainly found in the foothill of the Himalayas. Now, this is in the Gantic Plains. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, the Ganges rivers, yeah? Yeah, and the regions of Southeast Asia, also including Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Now, all trees bear white flowers with fringed petals that develop into the Dripacus fruit resembling olives. And the main trunk of the tree are cylindrical, with the section being circular, right? And the bark is grayish white and rough in texture, with small vertical lenticles and narrow horizontal furrows. Now, the branches of the Rudraksha spreads out in all directions in such a way that when growing in natural habitat, the crown takes the shape of a pyramid, right? Once the seeds are planted, they grow into trees that start giving fruits, similar to blueberries. Now, in its original form, a Rudraksha is a fruit with a blue husk, like covering the seed or the bead. And the blue color is not caused by pigmentation, but it evolves as the tree grows. So now, bearing the fruit in around 3 to 4 years, the fruit is kept in water for a number of days, and then the Rudraksha is taken out after peeling off the pulp. Let's take a look at how Rudraksha beads are actually formed in nature. Here we go.
गजाननं भूतगणादि सेवितुम् कपितजम्बूफलसर भक्षितुम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्.
Alright, so you had a bit of a PC of what it really, like, you know, how Rudraksha beads are actually formed in nature. Let's go and take a peek at what Shashi Gasai, all the way in London, had to do for us. Now, she went into depth to explaining how these beads or these seeds are formed, and she's going to tell you the significance of each seed and all of that jazz. Here is Shashi Gasai all the way in London, which she has become a resident presenter here on Attenville TV, right here on the journey. Let's welcome Shashi Gasai.
Namaste, I'm Shashi Gasai. Today I would like to talk perhaps one of the most auspicious and sacred beads in Hinduism, and that's called the Rudraksha. So what is Rudraksha? These mysterious beads that were worn by personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Osho Rajneesh, and also recently many Hollywood and Bollywood stars wearing these. So what's so special? What are they? Well, Rudraksha is actually a seed that's used in prayers in Hinduism. It comes from two Sanskrit words, Rudra, which was the Vedic name of Shiva, and Aksha, which means tears. So actually Rudraksha means Lord Rudra's teardrops. So a very significant name, but a very pious name, and there's a legend behind it. It is said that when Lord Shiva finished his meditating and woke up, he saw the men suffering, and he actually got tears of compassion of what we were all going through. Those tears fell towards the earth, and he transformed them as divine beads. And it was for the benefit, for the freedom, for us to get a union with God and relieve us of suffering. So very precious and pious story that goes behind it. It is said in the Rudraksha Upanishad, which is one of the 108 sacred Upanishads, that those who wear the Rudraksha mala or the seeds close to their skin will absolve all their sins. So that's why you'll find a lot of people wearing it, especially in times of need. Rudraksha malas are worn by yogis, saints, sages, mystics throughout India. And it is believed that it's used to balance the mind, body, soul, and creating the right environment for meditation and peaceful actions to bring about the desired goals in life. It contains powerful vibrations which protects against all kinds of negative influences and energy. It is the potent positive energy that enables a very relaxed pose, which is the ultimate goal of any meditation. Rudraksha beads have the ability to absorb positive energy, store it, and magnify over a period of time. The beads are strung together into a jap mala like this, and we recite our sacred mantra, Om Namo Shivaya, on each bead. There are 108 beads in the jap mala, and one center one is called the bindu, and that is so that it actually breaks the jap when you're doing. It's not a cycle that keeps going on. It's where it breaks and you say your prayer and then you carry on with the jap. Very powerful, and I bought this in Nepal and I swear by it. It has answered all my prayers. So it's the bindu bead which channels the energy back into the jap mala and gives the benefit of the positive energy to the wearer. The longer it is worn for meditation, the more powerful it becomes, and it constantly emits this positive and pure vibrations that settles all the chakras in the body. Isn't it just amazing? Absolutely, you will not see the difference till you actually experience it yourself. So the Rudraksh is not just for meditation to balance the mind, body and soul, but it also brings about the desired goals in life. Apart from spiritual and physical well-being, it is also known for treatment of various diseases. Ayurvedic medicine uses the Rudraksh plant to treat many inflammatory conditions, for example, measles, dermal problems, skin rashes, mumps, measles, schizophrenia, and cancer. Is found to contain alkaloids, flavonoids, tannins, steroids, carbohydrates, and cardiac glycosides. So amazing properties which our ancestors found this 5,000 years ago. Just amazing what Hinduism is all about. Today, most people have health problems that are related to their lifestyles. For example, hypertension, insomnia, depression, heart and psychological problems due to an imbalance of our mind, body and soul. So wearing the Rudraksh beads and meditating upon it, it has been shown to treat all these things without the use of any allopathic medicine. So very, very powerful formula that has been used in the Ayurvedas of Hinduism. Rudraksh beads are thought to have electromagnetic properties which channels positive energy through the jaw, through the mala. And this is found to control the heartbeat, maintain blood circulation, stabilize the negative energy source and improve our nervous system, protects against the fluctuating emotions, wards off evil spirits and brings good luck, eliminates anxiety and depression. And a paste of Rudraksh and Tulsi is actually used in treating wounds. And this has been used in centuries through medicine. But more on the spiritual aspect, the Rudraksh guides one along the path of truth, clarity, purpose, helps attain truth and ultimate enlightenment, and helps balance the body, mind and soul, which is so important for our own peace and calm. There is no doubt that every Rudraksh bead has got these positive, unique properties. The mala can be worn by men, women of any age, any nationality. But there are certain protocols, and they are, first of all, avoid consuming meat and alcohol. Avoid touching metal because that actually introduces impurities. You shouldn't wear a Rudraksh mala if you're going to a funeral or the birth of a baby. And don't share your mala. This is the energy that is so unique to you. And do not wear the mala when you're sleeping because it could break. And don't have different types of Rudraksh. There are different types, different sizes that have different properties. Don't mix them. And women are meant to take off the Rudraksh mala when they have their periods or menstruation cycle. And it's not to be worn during sex. Because they're so sacred, you really do have to revere them and treat them as though they are a representation of your inner self and your divinity within you. It is recommended that you clean your Rudraksh mala at least every 6 months. Run it through some cold water and that gets through the grooves and cleans it. And then you just oil it with a little bit of mustard oil to keep it supple and so that you can actually feel each bead when you're doing the jap mala. Rudraksh seeds are actually produced by a large evergreen broad-leafed plant called Alocarpus, which actually grows mainly in North India, Nepal and Indonesia. The seeds can be seen in 4 colors. There's white, blood red, black and yellow. The number of grooves around each seed is called a mukhi. And each type is believed to have a different function. For example, the one mukhi, which is the rarest form, is known for super consciousness and mental power. The 2 mukhi is for unity. The 3 mukhi is to overcome inferior complexes, fear and depression. 4 mukhi is for creativity and memory. 5 mukhi, auspiciousness, peace and health. 6 mukhi for learning, wisdom and knowledge. 7 mukhi for good health. 8 mukhi for success. 9 mukhi, energy and fearlessness. And 10 mukhi to avoid evil spirits. So there are different mukhis that go up to about 21 mukhis. So the different meaning to each facet of each bead. Now it's possible that the Rudraksh mala can break and the beads can shatter, but it is believed that these still have positive energy in them. So in order to dispose of any shattered beads, you must either bury in the garden or offer it into a running river. And this is meant to cycle energy, so you don't really have negative energy around you. You let it go, and then you can buy some more and restart the whole process again. So this is another facet of our amazing religion. Amazing. And it's shown results over centuries, 5,000 years.
Sign all the way in London, ladies and gentlemen, explaining to you what is a Rudraksha. Thank you so much for helping us with the show, Auntie Shashi. That was beautiful. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because the Rudraksha tree is known as Alucarpus. God knows what I said to you a bit earlier. I apologize for that, my mispronunciation. But I do ask you guys during every show to please forgive me for my pronunciation as I'm English speaking. So yeah. All right. Interact with us in studio today as we're talking about the Rudraksha beads. For those of you who just joined the show, please interact with us. Use the bottom column where it says live chat. Shivani, Alan, Monax Beauty, Ramashni, Auntie Kim, please interact with us in studio today as I'd like to know your beliefs and your facts or anything that you were taught while growing up and learning about your own culture or religion. I want to hear from the public and what do you think. Share with me. Maybe I would learn something new from you today. Well, a very, very happy birthday to Kim Padachi all the way Bakerton. May you see many, many more. May God bless you. May Lord Shiva bless you always. Well, guys, when you come back, we're going to talk about the scientific significance of the Rudraksha. And, well, Auntie Kim, I hope you're enjoying the show on your birthday. I hope I'm doing a nice delivery for you. Happy birthday again. May you enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these nallies. But what's the point of looking like Injay game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for Ikram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam. Hare Hare Mahadev. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Atinville TV. You're currently watching The Journey, and this show is all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. Now, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal, and if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details found at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, as I promised you guys, we're going to talk about the the scientific significance of the Rudraksha. But let's not keep this educational show a bit too boring. Let's entertain you guys. As I promise you, we always have something to share with you guys. We're all about showcasing talent as well. We're all about uplifting those who are unknown. So let's put something for you up for you guys for you to listen to and dance to or praise to, whatever gets your button. You know? All right, coming up next, we've got the DNS Kids all the way in Durban. They are singing for you today, Sivaya Namaom. Check them out.
Sivaya Namo, Sivaya
Sivaya Namaom, Hare Hare Mahadev. These lovely children known as the DNS Kids, they come from Stylers Music Academy all the way in Durban. Beautiful delivery, guys. I love it. All right, if you feel you've got talent and you can deliver music just like that, just all you have to do is turn your smartphone landscape and capture your entire delivery. If you sing, if you dance, if you've got any talents, capture it with your smartphone. Drop us a WhatsApp on 074-660-5829 and ask us. Well, I'll be the one with the WhatsApp phone and I'll be telling you guys, hey, send us a message. This is how the protocol works. This is what we're going to do for you, and then we'll basically communicate to how to get your talents and everything that you want to showcase right here on Attenville TV, as we are here to entertain. All right, if you just joined the show, you're a little late, but hey, you can click on the link again and watch the show again if you missed anything. Now, because it's a Monday, we are focusing on Lord Shiva this evening, and as promised, I told you guys we're going to talk about the scientific significance of the Rudraksha. All right, so now in the Vedas, now Rudra is also associated with the wind and the storm. All right. Now the wind is also, is no ordinary wind, but it's a cosmic wind. All right, not just your normal winds that you go outside and feel wind. No, it's a cosmic wind. Now scientific studies have revealed that the whole cosmos is pervaded by numerous particles that are continuously moving, and it constitutes the interstellar matter. All right. Getting a little sciencey, but hey, you're learning something. Now, if you're a non-Hindu, I'd like you to actually listen to this segment of the show carefully. It's the scientific significance of the Rudraksha. Now, this matter, we called it the interstellar matter, right? This matter leads to the destruction and creation of new celestial bodies. Now, it is these particles that connect one object with another and keep the cycle of creation and recreation growing, right? This is how it keeps going. And then the winds caused by the movement of these particles are known as the cosmic winds. Now, these winds are very powerful and make their howling sound in the universe unperceived by the human ear. Now, Rudra, as the Puranas is associated with this howling sound, when he starts to destruct, right, the actual destruction is not to be taken negatively, but for its regeneration. Now, the Rudra represents these cosmic winds and the universal energy that is terrific and very powerful and constantly sweeps across the entire universe. Now, interact with us. If you didn't get anything that I just said, or if you didn't understand anything, interact with us in studio today. Share your beliefs or share something. Maybe I missed something, and we can educate one another as a whole. Yeah. All right. So, looking at the connection between the cosmic winds and the Rudraksha now, right? If you're wondering how is this connected, the Rudraksha can also be said to be derived from the words Rudra Akarshana, right? Now, where Akarshana means, Akarshana, the word now, it means to attract, okay? Now, Rudraksha is that which attracts Rudra or the cosmic particles to channelize them throughout your body, all right? It's like an antenna, basically. So these energies attracted by Rudraksha being added vitality to our system, leading to the health, harmony, while removing the negativity from your body. Interact with us in studio today as we are talking about the Rudraksha beads, the Rudraksha malas. If you know anything about it, interact with us. Now remember, the Rudraksha mala consists of 108 beads, like Shashi Gosai told you earlier, and it has the following benefits, right? The Rudraksha acts as a protective shield for the body, all right? It radiates special energy that has a positive effect on the body, mind, and soul. Not forgetting spirit. All right. It mitigates negative karma. It improves your concentration as well. It removes harmful planetary effects. It brings peace and harmony. It helps control stress and regulates your blood pressure. It also balances the chakras and removes potential illnesses. All right, so you get different types of Rudrakshas now, guys. The Rudraksha comes in different mukis, right? Or faces, ranging from 1 face to 21 faces. Now, you get the 1 to 14 mukis as easily available as each has its own significance. And the 15 to 21 mukis are not commonly found and are rarely used. Now, a very big thank you to Ramashni Parachi as well as Shashi Kussain for helping me with the show today, as they did explain this, but let me go a little bit in detail, okay? We're going to take it from 1 to, say, we'll take it 1 to, say, to 14 today, okay? So, getting back to our different mukis, right? And faces, rather, as you know it in English. Now, the one muki Rudraksha, when they say one, you saw it in the visuals. The one muki Rudraksha seed is said to be a form of Lord Shiva himself and has the ability to bless the wearer with greater wisdom and super consciousness. Now, the powers are said to fulfill all the desires of the individual wearing it, and it has been said to offer relief from migraines and other ailments related to the nervous system. Let's go to the second the Muki Rudraksha, right? 2 Muki Rudraksha. Now, this is considered as the Ardhana Rishwara, right? Ardhana Rishwara. It's a form of Lord Shiva, and it is said to help bring peace, agreement, and understanding in one's relationships. It's the supernatural benefits of this includes your peace of mind, your concentration powers, and your emotional stability. Very powerful. All right. There's also the third Muki Rudraksha, which is said to represent Lord Agni, the god of fire. Now, the god of fire, as you know now, is known as Lord Agni. If you didn't watch any other shows, you can go back and watch them. And the 3 Muki Rudraksha has the power to erase sins from a previous life and offer a clean slate. That's a good one. That's one I'd like to get myself. All right. Then you get the 4 Muki Rudraksha, right? Now, it's said to be associated with Lord Brahma, who is the god of knowledge, and the powers of this Rudraksha are along the same lines. All right. Now, it also has the power to improve one's memory, communication skills, and overall intelligence. Now, you also get the 5 Muki Rudraksha. Okay, this is associated with the divinity of the Kaligni Rudra. It releases peace of mind upon the person, which aids the omission of negative energies from one mental space, helping them to achieve peace. Okay, now moving on to the 6th Muki Rudraksha. It is associated with Lord Murga and gives one the ability to gather up courage, willpower, and overall confidence, which enables them to take on any challenge that had previously instilled fear upon them. That is where fear actually comes from. It's from a very bad or past experience. And for me, quite frankly, I feel fear is man-made. My opinion. Now, looking at the Rudrakshas, we're moving on to the 7th Muki Rudraksha, right? Now, it's associated with Goddess Lakshmi. Now, it offers the benefits of increased potential to obtain wealth and create new opportunities for self-development and improvement. 8th Muki Rudraksha. It's actually associated with Lord Ganesha, Ganapati. And it offers the ability to overcome all obstacles in our lives and bring success that was previously looking doubtful. 9 Muki Rudraksha. It's associated with Durga Ma and helps with mental strength. That's something that we all need. Now, looking at 10 Muki Rudraksha, associated with Lord Krishna and offers the strength to overcome negative forces. Then there's also one with 11 Muki Rudraksha, the Rudraksha that represents the 11 Rudras. It mitigates the negative influence of the planets. The 12th Muki Rudraksha is associated with the sun god, known as Suryadev. Okay, this Rudraksha can empower one with self-confidence, aiding their ability to rule and head influential positions in their life. Then you get the 13th Muki Rudraksha, associated with Lord Indra. It helps the user increase their self-confidence and aids the building of one's personality. 14 Rudraksha, last but not least, the 14 Rudraksha is said to be the most precious beads and is associated with both Lord Shiva and Lord Hanuman. And it can help one pave their way to success by offering immunity from unwanted sorrows and incidents. Those are your 14 Mukhi Rudrakshas, as I told you guys. I promised you guys we're going to talk about the different types of Rudrakshas. This is a beautiful show as we're focusing on Lord Shiva, and as we go about it today, we're following Rudrakshas. We spoke about the Shiva Lingam, we spoke about the significance and the ingredients of the Shiva Lingam. If you missed that part of the show, please do watch it again. Click on the link a little bit later and watch the show again. It's quite beautiful. But before we carry on with the show, we'll come back straight after this commercial break. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Hare Hare Mahadev. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are watching Attenville TV. You are streaming live at the moment, and you are looking at The Journey. This is a show all about exploring Hinduism as a whole, and I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. Now, if you'd like to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details at the bottom right of your screen, or you can use the bottom column where it says live chat. Interact with us as we are welcoming all your beliefs. Or if you've got facts, hey, clap us with the message, man. Come on. All right. Now, before I get to it, I wanted to talk about Vedic astrology, especially related to Lord Shiva. But before we do, let's take a look at what BTSB has to share with us on the 6th of December, the Kartigai Deepam celebrations. Check it out.
Om Namah Shivaya Namo Namah. 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 Yennilum Namah Shivaya, Yerudilum Namah Shivaya. 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 Namah Shivaya. Oh.
Well, I hope I see you guys on the 6th of December at the Kartigai Deepam celebrations, as you have to put a donation of 37 rands just to get your tray. But hey, if you're not there, we'll ask permission at the temple if we can go live, just to show you what it was about, and then you can get to know what you're getting into if you do choose to follow Hinduism, or just to understand it. We'll put it up in the show, but we'll need to get permission first. Now, as promised, we said we're going to talk about Lord Shiva in the Vedic astrology. All right. Now, looking at it, Lord Shiva has a central yet complex role in the Vedic astrology, right? Associated with a number of planetary energies. All right. Now, though he has specific planetary associations, we will explore these from my years of research. This is my homework, everybody, guys. my research that I've been doing my whole life. So all of these things were actually captured and put together as if I had a diary kind of thing, you know? Now, this is the research and things that I've been done and accumulating in the past years. And in Vedic texts, this is called the Shayavite Yoga. All right. Now, Shiva and the sun and the moon. Let's talk about Shiva and the sun and the moon a little bit. Now, Shiva's connections to the sun are powerful and profound, right? And he is the Pradyadi Devata. Now this is actually the third level, or the ultimate Devata of the sun. And after Surya Dev rather, after Surya as the Devata and the Agni as the Adi Devata, Shiva represents the pure transcendent light, or the Prakasha behind all other forms of light in the universe, manifest and unmanifest, which is discussed in detail in the Shaivite philosophy. Now the sun as the self, also known as Atman or Purusha, indicates our transcendent Shiva nature, the supreme light. Okay, not just the luminary of our solar system, guys. This is supreme, right? And at the sacred mountain of Arunachala in Tamil Nadu, where the Bhagavan Ramana Maharsha stayed, and Shiva is associated with the rising sun. Now Shiva of the trinity of great cosmic devatas, converting the sun and the movement of time, specifically represents the transformative and destructive aspect of our solar system and solar energy. Now, as compared with Vishnu as the preserver and Brahma as the creator, yet Shiva is often looked upon as a moon deity, with his connection with the night, the unknown, the magical, and mysterious. Now in India and in its temples, Shiva is usually worshipped on Mondays. He is related particularly with the waning moon, just before it becomes new, right? Now Shiva wears the crescent moon on his head. Now the Mahashivratri, the great night of Shiva, is marked by the last visible crescent of the waning moon, which symbolizes Shiva's power over the mind in the early hours of the morning. So the moon of Soma indicates Shiva's ecstatic nature. And also here we must recognize the two aspects of the Shiva energy. He is fury, right? Or Rudra form has a solar energy and associated with Agni as fire and purification. His softer peace-giving energy is Shankara. It's more of a lunar in nature, right? And associated with Soma, now which he holds the healing power of the plants. Now there are two aspects of Ayurvedic treatment, as reduction and tonification. Now removing toxins and doshas on one hand, and promoting and rejuvenation, rasayana it's known as, on the other hand. Now the moon is more commonly related to Shiva's consorts, right, and Shakti forms. But this includes Ma Kali, Durga, and Amma Parvati, which all relate to different phases of the moon and have their astrological correspondences on the different levels. Now we're going to talk about this a bit more next week, Monday, as we are running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. That was what I've promised you this evening, right here on Attenville TV on The Journey Show. I've just shared with you the Lord Shiva in Vedic astrology, just the beginning stages. As we go along with the show every Mondays, I will share with you more and educate you more with the science part, with religion, Hinduism as a whole. We're going to talk about science, and then we're going to talk about astrology. Everything will all join as one and make sense to the world as you watch the show, The Journey. Hope you guys enjoyed it though. Well, coming up next, we've got Pradesham Pradikshina, frat timings, puja procedures, and Shiva temples.
जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हरे शिव ओंकारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव अर्धांगी धारा ॐ जय शिव ओंकारा चतुरानन पंचानन राजे
स्वामी पंचानन राजे
हंसानन गरुडासन हंसानन गरुडासन वृषवाहन साजे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज अति सोहे
बोले 10 भुज अति सोहे
त्रिगुण रूप निरखता त्रिगुण रूप निरखता त्रिभुवन जन मोहे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा अक्षमाला वनमाला मुंडमाला धारी
शिव मुंडमाला धारी
चंदन मृग मद सोहे चंदन मृग मद सोहे भाले शशिधारी ओम जय शिव ओंकारा श्वेतांबर पीतांबर भागं भर अंगे
स्वामी भागं भर अंगे
सरकाधिक करुणाधिक सरकाधिक करुणाधिक भूताधिक संगे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा के मध्य कमंडलु चक्र त्रिशूल धरता
स्वामी चक्र त्रिशूल धरता
जगकारा जग हरिता जगकारा जग हरिता जग पालन करता ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव जानत अविवेका
बोले जानत अविवेका
प्रणवाक्षर में शोभित प्रणवाक्षर में शोभित ये तीनों एका ओम जय शिव ओंकारा त्रिगुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे
स्वामी जो कोई नर गावे
कहते शिवानंद स्वामी कहते शिवानंद स्वामी मन वांछित फल पावे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हरे शिव ओंकारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव हरिधागी धारा ओम जय शिव ओंकारा कर्पूरगारम् करुणावतारम् संसारसारम् भुजगेन्द्रहारम् सदा वसन्तम् हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Roma Nandri, thank you so much to Andy Poonen for putting together the beautiful arti that came from Praveen Mudley all the way in Durban, and the beautiful information and content put together for you to learn about everything with the Shivalingam and Lord Shiva, basically. And it ties in with the Vedic astrology, which I've put in. We've got Ramashni Padachi, who's done a lot of research in helping us with creative producing, especially creative writing. Thank you so much, Ramashni Padachi, for being on the show. You are not here, but you are fully here, honey. Thank you so much for everything, if you are still watching the show. Again, Kim Padachi, Karima, I hope you are enjoying your birthday. May you enjoy the rest of it. Coming up next, as we close the show every day, we have something, a beautiful something, as we call it. It comes from Palindran Munsami. Shout out to Palindran Munsami. He shows us every day he teaches us one value from the 108 principles of the value system. And today he's teaching us cultivate right conduct that is universally accepted and achievable by everybody. Well, let's do this again, same time, same place tomorrow, right here on Attenville TV. You are currently watching The Journey, exploring Hinduism as a whole. From myself, Kimera Heeralal, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Ayyappa, Hare Hare Mahadev. Good night, everyone.